All right, welcome to another demo game of Triple Threat Basketball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of Triple Threat. In this game, we have Team Next against Team OG. So I thought I would split up. At least it's the old guard to me. I grew up watching basketball mostly in the 90s. So anybody in the 80s and 90s is sort of the old guard to me. And anybody after 2000 sort of counts as sort of the next generation of the NBA, right? So let's go through the teams. We got Nash at the point guard. Steph Curry is going to be at the shooting guard. Kevin Durant at the small forward. Giannis is power forward, and then Shaq is playing at the center position. You'll notice that some of these are crossovers, right? Some of them started in the 90s and crossed over into the 2000s, like Shaq. So I just needed to even out the teams because the pages I printed out, I was trying to make it work. On the bench is Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Anthony Davis, Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Ray Allen, LeBron, Chris Paul, Allen Iverson, and James Harden. So that's our bench players for Team Next. And for Team OG, we got Magic, Jordan, Bird, Malone, and Hakeem gets a start at center. We got Robert Parrish on the bench, Patrick Ewing on the bench, Charles Barkley is on the bench, so is Clyde Drexler, Reggie Miller, Carmelo Anthony. He's a bit of a crossover too, mostly in the 2000s, but I needed to fill out this team. Stockton at the point, and Gary Payton also point guard on the bench. So those are our bench players, and we can sub those in as we need to. I'm going to play a bit of an abbreviated version here, and where I'm just keeping track of the points. I'm not going to keep track of rebounds or anything like that. So if you've watched some of the other videos introducing the game, you'll see how you can keep track of rebounds and things like that. So I'm going to keep track of points, fouls, and the running score, and the time. So that'll probably be enough in this game. Hopefully that'll speed things up just a little bit. We'll see. But having to go through and mark down rebounds and all that kind of stuff it can get a little bit tedious. So in order to do the jump ball, I always use the dark dye for home team and the light for away. We got Team Next is the away team, and Team OG gets the home court advantage. No actual home court advantage, but they do get the tip off here, so it's going to go to the home team. And so first play of the game, first possession is going to be Magic bringing the ball up the floor. And I do have the game engine chart over here that way so I can see it. And Magic has an open jumper that he's going to go ahead and take. For him, a 6 is going to be good, and Magic right off the bat with a bucket puts Team OG up 2-0. Coming back the other way, pushing tempo is going to be I'm going to say Seth Curry a lot. I don't know why. Steph Curry. But I find myself calling him Seth Curry all the time. So he is going to pass to Durant. Durant has a three-pointer, but tightly guarded, so he's going to get it down to Shaq with time running out on the shot clock, and that's actually going to be a steal. So stolen, and I'm not doing the time like I should. So the first one was Magic for 10 seconds. This one was 15 seconds. So 11.5 minutes left in the quarter, and Team OG with the ball. Getting used to this timer here is a little bit new to me. I'm not exactly sure how I want to mark these things out. If I want to mark them like that, I'm not sure. I'm using it for the first time. So here is Magic bringing the ball up the floor. He's got the open dribble drive. Magic is being aggressive in the start of this one, and he is going to be fouled. He's fouled by Steve Nash. That's his first foul, first team foul. And he is hacked going to the line, so he's going to take 2 shots. And it's Magic makes the first. Oh. And makes the second. So Magic with 4 quick ones for Team OG. And so that's going to be going back the other way. And we're going to take off 10 more seconds. Each of these boxes here represents 5 seconds, so it makes it easier to just take off 10 or 15 or 25. So coming down the other way is going to be Steve Nash with the ball. He gets it over to KD. Durant is going to pass it right back to Nash, and Nash, with time running out, has to take a shot. This is going to be a dribble drive, but he's closely guarded by Magic. 6 on the drive becomes 5, so that's going to be a layup as he puts it up and in with Magic all over him, and Nash with a bucket. The score is 4-2 early in this one. And we're going to We're down to 10 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. So it's going to be Magic bringing it up the floor in the set offense after the make, and he is going to pass it over to Bird. Bird's going to get it to MJ, a little skip pass across the way, and Jordan, with time running out, he's got a mid-range jumper. It's open, and that is good as Michael drains the 18-footer and buckets. So down to 10.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Both teams being very efficient here. The lead is 5-2, or 6-2, sorry. 6-2, and coming down with the ball is going to be Durant in the set offense. He gets it to Giannis. Giannis is right back to KD, and let's see what KD can do with the ball. He's got a 7. That's going to be a mid-range jumper. He's open, and a 4 on the jumper is a miss. So KD off the back of the rim misses a jumper. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the clock. And we're right at 10 minutes and 5 seconds left in the quarter. So on the rebound, that was a miss. So on the rebound, coming back the other way, is going to be Magic. Magic gets it over, or down to Karl Malone. Malone's got a dribble drive, but he's all covered up, so he's going to get it over to Hakeem. Pass is good. Olajuwon with time running out. He's got a short jumper. He's open, and he hits it for 2. So Hakeem with his first bucket of the game. And that makes the score 8-2. Team OG taking it to him at this point. Maybe they're starstruck. Coming up the floor on the set offense is going to be Curry as he gets his first touch. Curry's got a mid-range jumper, but he's tightly covered, so he's going to get it down to Shaq. Never a bad play. O'Neal kicks it right back to him. And Curry with the dribble drive, he's got a lane and he takes it in. An 8 on the dribble drive is a pull-up for a jumper, a little short jumper, and that's going to be a bucket for Stephen Curry. And that pulls them 2 points closer. 8-4 is our score. It's going to be Magic pushing it up the floor on the make. So with a 6, that's going to be a fast break, even on a make. And this is the die for Magic. He's got a 3. A 3 on the fast break is going to be a pass to Bird. And so Bird has to take the shot. What's he got? He's got a 7. That's a little mid-range jumper. He pulls up and he drains it for the little pull-up jumper on the fast break. So buckets there for Bird. If I was keeping assists, that would be 1 for Magic, but not keeping assists right now. I think I've missed time at least once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3 on the fast break. So we'll call it 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. The timing is really the part that you got to kind of remember to keep track of. So there's a little bit of a rhythm to get into in the game. Steve Nash brings the ball up the floor. I get so lost in the action that I forget to do the time because the action is so interesting. Steve Nash brings it up the floor. He gets it over to Curry. And Curry has got an open jumper. He's going to go ahead and take that. 1, that's going to be a miss as Curry misses his first of the game. And we take off 3 more. Rebound goes to Team OG, and it'll be Mike bringing it up the floor on the set offense. He's got an open 3, but he's going to pass that up. He's not a bad 3-point shooter. He's just, you know, why take it? And so he gets it down to Hakeem. Hakeem with the 10 that puts him into the low post move, but he's all guarded up. He kicks it back out to Bird, and Bird is going to take a shot. With time running down on the clock, he's got an open He's got an open mid-range jumper, and he knocks it in for his second bucket. Bird with 4 early on in this one. Team OG up 12-4 on a quick 12-4 run in this one. On the break, it's Curry pushing it up the floor. He gets it over to KD on the break. Durant with the layup opportunity. The lane is open, and he pulls up for, he lays it in on the fast break for the bucket. So good fast break. Good fast break for Team Next. And they cut the lead to 12-6. Back up the other way is going to be Magic. Settles everything down, sets the offense. He gets it over to MJ. Jordan is going to get it right back to Magic. And Magic, with time running down on the clock, he's got the dribble drive, but he's all closed up. So 4 becomes, Steve Nash has a 0, so not a great defender. So 4 on the dribble drive is going to be a foul, a non-shooting foul, and that's going to be a second on Steve Nash. Second team foul. And we're going to have to bring in a sub here. 2 quick fouls in the first period. And what we got here as far as point guards? I know there's another one on here. Iverson, AI. James Harden too. Let's go with James Harden first. So Harden comes in, and we have space on one side for the starter and on the other side for a sub. So Harden comes in. This is a non-shooting foul, so we're going to treat it like a turnover. So this is basically, we're only looking at this die because we don't need, they're in the set offense. So it's going to be Magic with the ball. He's got a 3-pointer, but somebody's in his face. He gets over Bird. Pass is good. And Bird, he's got a 3, a mid-range jumper, and gonna pass that up and get it down to Akeem. Olajuwon, with time running out, he's got the low post move, and he's closed up. He's guarded pretty well by Shaq. That's a -2, so it's a 7. 7 on the low post move is going to be a layup, so he a little up and under, and he lays it up for 2. Now it's going to be a bucket for Team OG. 14-6 is our score early in this one, as the Dream with a nice little post move there on Shaq. 14, so that's going to be Curry bringing it up the floor. He's got an open lane. He's just going to go ahead and take that. A 5 on the drive is going to be a layup, as he sees a little bit of a crease and he hits it. He lays it up for 2, and that brings us to 14-8. OG on top. Pretty sure that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was just 2. So down to 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the quarter. I'm sure I'm missing some of those times, so please forgive me for that. You know, it's more basketball, right? So we got Team OG coming down the floor. It's going to be Larry in the set offense. Bird has dribble drive, but he is guarded well. He's going to get it down to Karl Malone. Pass is good. Malone has the open lane, and he's going to go ahead and take that too. An 8 on the drive is going to be a pull-up jumper, as he gets cut off, but pulls up and hits it for 2. That's Malone with the bucket. And 1, 2, 3. So 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the quarter. Our score here is 16-8. It's going to be Seth Curry bringing it up. Seth Curry. I'm telling you, man, every time. Steph Curry. That's his name, Steph Curry. I should just say Curry, and then I'll be right? So Curry brings it up the floor. He's going to get it down low to Giannis. Giannis with the skip, and the pass is over to KD. Durant with an open jumper. That's a 4, and that's going to be a miss for Durant on the jumper, as he's 1 for 3 in this one. Rebound goes to Team OG. Just doing a simple rebounding system. No offensive boards in this one, although there's a mechanism for that. And coming back the other way is Team OG. It's going to be Michael on the fast break. With the miss of 4, is going 4, 5, 6 is a fast break. So Jordan on the fast break gives it up to Bird. And Bird comes in with the layup, and he is not tightly guarded, so that 7 is a true 7, and that's going to be a layup, as Larry puts it up and in over the front of the rim. So buckets for Bird, and that extends the lead to 18-8. So 10-point lead early on in this one for Team OG, and that's going to be 3 off for the fast break. 15, if you go to roll number 2 on the fast break, it's 15 seconds. Roll number 1 is 10 seconds. On the make, it's going to be Harden bringing it up the floor. 1, 2, 3 is the point guard. He is going to get it over to Curry. Curry has an open 3. Actually, he's got a tightly guarded 3. Let's go and pull the trigger. He's our 3-point shooter. He's got a 3, and that's going to be a miss for Curry, as he misses on the 3. And we're down to 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. Rebound goes to Team OG, and that will be on the miss. It's going to be Magic bringing it up the floor on the fast break. Magic on the fast break has a 4. That is to Bird, and Bird coming in hard. He's got an open lane there. A 5 is going to be a foul. So he's going to get fouled by who? He's fouled by the shooting guard, Curry. So team foul number 3, and he's going to go to the line for 2. That was a shooting foul. He makes the first. He makes the second. And so that was 1, 2, 3 off the clock. Bird gets 2. And Team OG taking it to the youngsters. Team next. It is 20 to 8. Gotta start knocking some shots down. All right, so it's gonna be Harden bringing the ball up the floor. Harden gets it to Curry. Curry is going to pass a little skip pass across the way to Durant. KD with the open dribble drive, a 6, is going to be a layup as he cuts through the lane and puts it in for 2. 20 to 10 is our score. Team OG on top. Back down the floor is going to be the Birdman. He is in the set offense. He gets it over to Michael. MJ with the open lane. He's going to go ahead and take that. 2 is going to be a miss. So tough one there as he gets to the rim and misses a shot. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you know, I should be counting these numbers too. So that's like 0, and then 55, 50, 45. So I should be counting those too. It's good to know. All right. I don't know if I rolled, but on the miss, it's going to be team next coming back the other way. This is going to be Harden slowing it down. He gets him into the offense. He's got a dribble drive, but he's all covered up, so he's going to kick it over to Curry. And that is going to be a steal. So we're coming back the other way. So Harden's pass is picked off. That was a 6, and it's going to be on the fast break. Larry Bird, he's got a 10, but he is covered up. That's a closed up 3-pointer, so he's going to get it to let's say Karl Malone on the trail, and Malone is cutting to the basket. He's got a man all over him, and an 8 turns into let's see, we'll just call it Giannis. He's a -2. So that turns into a 6, and that will be a dunk. So with somebody hanging all over him, with Giannis all over him, he flushes it home on the fast break. All right, so our score is 22 to 10. 22 to 10, Team OG up on Team Next. Tough first quarter for Team Next. On the fast break, it will be Harden pushing the ball up the floor. He's got an 8. An 8 is an open lane here, and he'll take that every day. 5 on the drive, he gets fouled, and on the fast break, he's fouled by the small forward. Small forward is Bird. Bird picks up his first team foul. That's actually going to be a shooting foul as Bird hammers him on the way to the rim. Harden makes 1, makes 2, and that'll be his first 2 of the game. Brings the score to 22-12. Playing sort of a simplified version of the game, not counting rebounds or assists or anything like that. Just keeping track of points and the running score and the score over here. So I believe that's going to be 10 seconds off. Magic brings it up the floor in the set offense. He's going to kick it over to Jordan. Jordan has got the open lane. He'll take that. A 9 is going to be a pull-up jumper, and MJ puts it in for 2. 24-12 is our score in this one. We are so that's 3. We are at 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the opening period. Lots of scoring for Team OG, average scoring to below average for Team Next. And it's going to be Harden again pushing it up the floor on the make. That's going to be a pass to Shaq, who's trailing. Shaq knows what to do with it. He's got a layup with Hakeem all over him. A 5 brings it down to a 3. Olajuwon with the foul. And that's going to be team foul number 2. Oh, sorry, on the fast break, not necessarily. So 6, that foul goes to Karl Malone. Sorry. So the foul goes to Karl Malone. It's a shooting foul for Shaq as he got hacked on his way to the bucket. A 4 is going to be a miss. He has to hit at least a 6 to make a shot. So he misses both. Not a good offering for Shaq, and that's why people did the hack of Shaq. So we take off 15 seconds for that. And we're going back the other way on the miss. On the miss, it's going to be Bird bringing the ball up the floor. He will pass it over to Michael. Michael's got an 8. That's an open jumper. We'll go ahead and take that. A 4 on the jumper is a miss. So Jordan at 50% right now. Not shooting well himself, but the team is shooting very well. On the miss, it will be a fast break up the floor for James Harden. He's got an open 3. He's going to stop and pop on that one. He's about a 40% shooter, and that's good. As Harden pulls up on the fast break, and he hammers it home for 3. 1, 2, 3, and that cuts the lead to 24-15, and that's how I expect Team Next to be in this one, is shooting 3-pointers. Got 40-point shooters here, 50% chance here for Curry. So you got some guys that can shoot the rock. And then Shaq here, you know, he gets it done down low. All right, 24-15 is our score. Coming back the other way off of the Harden make is going to be Magic pushing the ball up the floor. He's going to get it over to Michael on the fast break. And you get some of that Laker fast break going with Magic. And on the 8 is going to be a 3-pointer. He's closely guarded. Magic probably should have taken it himself. And an 8, he's guarded by Curry, who's a 0. Not a great defensive backcourt here. So an 8 is going to be true, and that's MJ pulling up on the fast break, and he hits the 3. Makes the score 27-15, 12-point lead. That takes us down to right at 5 minutes left in the quarter. So you can see a lot of action can happen in a minute of the game, depending on how many fast breaks and things like that the teams take. There's going to be Harden bringing it up the floor, and he has got a tightly guarded 3-pointer. Why not? He's feeling it. He lets it fly, and he drains it again. That's back-to-back 3s. As he matches MJ's 3. 1, 2, 3. And that brings us to 27-18. 9-point lead for Team OG. And that brings us down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Magic slows the pace. He gets it over to Michael. Michael has a pass down to the center, Olajuwon. And Olajuwon with time running down on the clock. He puts the low post move on Shaq, and it is tightly guarded, so that's going to turn into a 3. A 3 on the low post move is going to be a miss as Shaq D's him up. And we take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're down to 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. On the miss, it's going to be a fast break to Durant, who brings it up the floor. 3 for Durant is going to be a pass to Curry. Curry on the secondary break has a lane, an open lane. He takes it in, and that's going to be an and-1 for a 10, as he was not closely guarded, just normal defense, and that's going to be an and-1. Who's the foul on? The foul is on the shooting guard, Jordan. That'll be team foul number 3. Curry is going to go to he's going to go to the line for 1. So he puts in the bucket. And he goes to the line for 1 shot. He's a great free throw shooter. He hits that one. And that's going to be another one for Curry. Let's go ahead and get some well, we'll sub out at the quarter mark. All right, so on the fast break, take off our 15 seconds. And you can decide when it's easiest for you to remember how to do the timing on it. It's just, you just got to remember to do it, really. So, coming down with the ball is going to be MJ, and he's got a pass down to Olajuwon. Olajuwon with a 3 is going to be right back out to Michael, as he didn't have anything. Michael with time running down on the clock. He's got a 3-pointer, tightly guarded, so that 8 stays true, because remember, Curry's not a great defender, so he doesn't have a minus on his card. He's got a 0, and so even his tight defense doesn't do very much, and that's going to be another 3 for Michael as he drills it. And a 30-point first quarter for Team OG. This one seems destined for big numbers. We'll see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the quarter. Harden takes no for an answer. Doesn't take no for an answer. So off the make, he's going to start the break. He pushes it up the floor. He is tightly guarded on the layup. So he gets it over to KD. KD running the floor. And he is also tightly guarded, but his 8 becomes a 6. And that's going to be a layup, as he's got Bird all over him, but he puts it in anyway. 30-23 is our score, as Team Next gets back into it with their 3-point offense. Not as good a 3-point shooting team. Bird for sure. Bird and Michael are okay. But they're going to have to pull somebody off the bench to be shooting 3s, or it's going to be Bird. So this is going to be Magic bringing it up the floor. A 4 is a pass over to said Birdman. He is going to be tightly guarded on the drive, and so he gets it over to Karl Malone. Good pass there. And Malone with the low post move. He is not tightly guarded, and so his 9 is going to be true, and that's going to be a turnaround jumper for Malone, at the buzzer as the shot clock runs out, and he hits it for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the period. Our score here is 32-23. We got KD bringing the ball up the floor. He's got a contested 3. He's going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that, get himself into the game, and he misses badly. So that's going to be a missed 3-point opportunity. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So on the miss, it's going to be a fast break with Jordan coming up the floor. He's got a pass to the power forward, which is Karl Malone at the moment. Malone with the open layup, a 5, is going to be a dunk as he flushes it on the fast break. The assist from Michael. 34-25 is our score, and it's like Team Next just can't. They just can't put it all together, you know. So it's gonna be Harden bringing it up the floor, not on a fast break situation. And 6 is a pass to Shaq. Shaq with the low post. Nope. That's a short jumper, and he's closed up. He gets it over to Giannis. And Giannis, with time running out, he is going to drive to the basket. Normal defense, a 6 is going to be a flush as he sends it home. Giannis with a big dunk. And that's his first 2 of the game as he makes his presence felt. 34-25 is our score. And Magic is going to take this on a fast break. 6 is going to be a pass on the secondary break to Akeem. And Olajuwon with the open layup. He takes it in. That's going to be an and 1 as he gets fouled by Shaq. But he still makes it. So that's going to be a bucket. He goes to the free throw line. Team Next is in the bonus now, and he's going to miss on the free throw. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Don't know if I counted the time on this last one. Probably not. And coming back on the miss is going to be not Harden, but Curry on the break. So Curry on the fast break gets it to KD on the secondary break. And Durant with the open lane, he takes it in and he gets fouled on his way to the bucket and puts it in for 2. So he's going to get a chance at a 3-point play. The foul is on Bird. That's going to be his second. And let's go ahead and get a replacement for him. And we have Carmelo Anthony off the bench. So Bird with 2 fouls. Nash with 2 fouls. Durant goes to the line. He hits his free throw and completes the 3-point play. So that's a 2 and a 3, and that makes it 36-28. 15 seconds off the clock, 2.5 minutes left. Excuse me, in the first quarter. And I'll probably only have enough time to do the first quarter today. This is going to be a back up the floor with Michael bringing it up on the set offense after the make. Michael to Magic. Magic has an open mid-range jumper. He'll go ahead and take that. He misses the jumper. Rebound goes to team next. As they come back up the floor, it will be Stephen Curry on the fast break. A 10 and a 10 is going to be a contested three-pointer. He's going to get it to Giannis. Giannis running the floor. The 4 is a good pass. Giannis with the contested layup. Let's see how that turns out. And he gets it blocked. And he's blocked by who? He's blocked by the center. He's blocked by Hakeem Olajuwon, who comes down. That's going to be a miss for Giannis. And so on the layup, good hustle by Hakeem to get down the floor on the fast break. We need to take off our time there. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the quarter. We're going to treat that like it's a miss, because it is a miss. And that's going to be Magic bringing the ball up the floor. Magic has an open 3. He's going to pass that up and get it over to Carmelo. That's actually a turnover. So a turnover from Magic, and our score here is 36-28, and we're making our way through the first quarter. Bringing the ball up the floor will be Curry. Curry has a pass down to Shaq. Shaq is going to get it out to the point guard Harden, and Harden with a three-point shot. He is open and he misses. He misses the open 3. So his first miss on a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this first quarter. It's going to be a fast break as Michael brings it up the floor on the break. He's got a pass on the secondary break to Olajuwon. Olajuwon with the short jumper on the break. He's open, and a 5 on the jumper is going to be a miss. So Olajuwon doesn't continue forward on the break for the layup, but he settles for the jumper, and he's going to miss. That'll be 3 ticks off the clock. And on the miss, coming back the other way, is going to be team next. They have a fast break opportunity with Harden. That was a 10. So a 5 for Harden is going to be a pass to the power forward Giannis, filling the lanes. Giannis with the open lane 3 is going to be a foul, as he gets fouled on the shot. The foul comes from the shooting guard, which is MJ, and that's going to put them into the bonus. Let's take Jordan out. We have some other shooting guards here. Put Drexler in the game. So Clyde the Glide is in the game. Michael with 2 fouls in the first period. It will be Giannis with 2 shots. He's only 70% chance. He misses the first and makes the second. So Giannis brings them 1 point closer, 36-30. Sorry, 36-29 is our score. And we have 1 minute exactly left in the first period, first quarter. So it'll be Magic bringing the ball up the floor. He gets it over to Drexler, newly inserted into the game. Drexler has an open 3. He's not a great 3-point shooter. Coming off the bench, not gonna chance that. He gets it to Malone. Malone, everybody's security blanket for his whole life, and it's gonna be a dribble drive. He is guarded pretty well by Giannis. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 on the dribble drive is going to be a foul, as he's fouled by Giannis. And they're already in the bonus. And that's going to be 2 shots for Karl Malone. He makes the first. and he misses the second. So a make and a miss. 37-29 is our score. Coming off of the miss, we got to do our time here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 off the clock. Is that right? No, more than that. 4, 5. So 30 seconds left in the first period, and off of the miss, let's go and just roll again. Off the miss, it's going to be Curry bringing the ball up the floor in the set offense. He passes it over to KD. KD gets it to the point guard, Harden. And Harden with a 7, that is an open jumper that he hits, and that's good. So from 19 feet, Harden with the bucket. And 1, 2, and that's going to be 25 seconds off. So we're going to just call that time because there's no 5 seconds. So we run out of time, and that's going to be the end of your first quarter. So first quarter score 37-31. Excellent first quarter there. So we got 6, 8, 10 points for James Harden, and it's 9 for Karl Malone, 3, 5, 7, 10 for MJ. And so good first quarter there from this group. And I need to take off. Let's see. Yep. So I got to get going, but it's been a good first quarter. We'll keep this game rocking and rolling and see if we can finish this out at some point. But this is triple threat basketball, and this game just sort of modified, not worrying about assists or rebounds or blocks or steals, doing those things, putting them into the game and making them a part of the game, but not counting them. And so you can see that it has a lot better flow when you're not counting every single little thing. But if you did want to count every single little thing, you could. If you want to add offensive rebounds, you could. So everything is in the game, but you don't necessarily have to play it like that all the time. You can play all of your starters. You just start 5 and don't care about fouls, counting fouls, and then just flip everybody out every quarter or something like that, whatever. So we have team next is down 31-37 to team OG, and we'll see how this one plays out. This game will be coming out soon. You can tell that the game is there, right? And you'll be able to the game will either come like this, so you'll be able to use just the bottom part, so it's this part here, and then it'll have just a regular old logo there, or you'll be able to print your team sheets like this and only have the blocks. That way you can set your blocks out and you'll have the important information. Obviously their photo is sort of extra, and I will have a free download of these photos with the logos. You can see here Magic, it'll be the same size card, and I'll just provide the photo with the logo, and then you can input it using any sort of image editing program where you can take and put those on top of the PDF, reprint as a PDF, and then print them out on your printer. So that's all I've done. I did it in an Excel, but you could just as easily do it in any image editing program, or Adobe, if you have it, probably will do it. Certainly Photoshop will allow you to do that. Okay, so that is how the game will come, and it'll be the 75th anniversary team. That'll be what I'm releasing. So all of these guys plus a ton of super old players, and then kind of the crossover 70s, 80s players. You have these 80s, 90s players, and obviously you have guys who are playing now still, Curry and Giannis and KD, James Harden. Those are guys who are still playing, and then you've got a bunch of guys who are kind of crossed over in the 2000s. Anthony Davis is on his team. LeBron, who hasn't even gotten into the game yet, is in this set. But the NBA released their 75th anniversary all-time greatest 75 players. It was voted on by coaches and players, and I think some GM type people who are in the game and know the players, and so they voted on the 75 best NBA players, and so this is that set of those 75 players. So you can tell it's a lot of players that you're going to get in the end. So I'll let everybody know when that is ready and when you can go purchase that and when it's good to go. But to me, everything feels like it's ready, and the wheels are in motion to get this published and out so that you can purchase it. If you have any questions or comments about the flow of the game, or if there's something that you think is a little bit off and maybe needs to be better, feel free to put it down in the comments section below. I'm always about making the games as good as I can, meeting the expectations of the market and that sort of thing. So let me know if you want to send me an email and you prefer that way. It's uptempobasketballgame@gmail.com. uptempobasketballgame@gmail.com. If you want to learn more about uptempo basketball, which is another super fun game, a lot more abstracted than this, not quite as literal, and you can go to uptempobasketballgame.com and find that. I think that's probably where I'm going to post this game as well. Don't know how many seasons I'm going to do with this one, but if it sort of branches out into something bigger, then definitely I will get it its own website and marketing. But at this point, this is what I got, and we'll see how it does going forward. All right, I think that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.